Fochabers Fiddlers front line are with us again, and this time in the garden of Gordon Castle. Remember, round Gordon Castle, the trees are green and the flowers are fair to see. No longer there, the Duchess tree that referred to, but their tunes this time, the gravel walk and the reconciliation.